Hey everyone, welcome to my channel again. So this is the third video on DBT playlist. In this video, we'll be talking about what is DBT source and what is a DBT model. So let's get started. So before we dive into DBT model or DBT sources, in the previous tutorial, we have gone through like how to create our first DBT project. So in this video, what we're gonna do is we'll first understand this DBT project structure, then we'll be talking about the usage of DBT source and model. So let's get into it. So this is the project that we have created. So if you see that we have created this DBT complete project, and this has bunch of folders in it. We'll be talking about what are these folders, but first concentrate on dbt project.yaml. This you can think about like the main configuration file for your DBT project that drives a lot of things. First, you'll see like it has some of the metadata of your project. This is a very important part. This is talking about, this is the profile. So this has some name. That name will match to your configuration file as well. So if you have worked with AWS CLI, in AWS CLI also for working with different environments, you create different profile. Profile defines like which credential to use. So let me talk about like what is this particular profile. If you remember that we have discussed on profiles.yaml file. So that basically has like all the credentials that it needs to connect to your data warehouse. Okay. So if you see that the name of this particular profile matches with this profile. So this is how it understands that, okay, I need to check this profile name and I need to use this particular credential. Okay. So this is the importance of this profile key and value. So after that, all these things are like, these are the configuration. What it is saying is it has different type of like different things that you can create. Like we'll be talking about what are these models, analysis, test, seed, macro, snapshot. But this is saying, okay, all my models present in models directory. If you see on the left, this is where your models will go. Similarly, analysis will go here. Similarly, test will go to in test folder. So this is what it is talking about. Then it's just saying that you in DBT you have a command like dbt clean. Whenever you run your project, it creates some target files or it creates some DBT packages. So if you want to clean it, you can just define dbt clean and it will automatically remove the folders or directories from this two particular path. Now let's understand what are these different folders. So these are different resources that you can create in DBT. So if I talk about in single lines analysis something, suppose you have some static queries that you want to share with some other team, maybe some Power BI analysis and they need some SQL query. That's something you can create in analysis. Logs is basically the logs it generates. Macros. If you remember in the first video, we talked about macros. You can have like the Jinja templates here and that you can use. Model is something we'll be talking about now. Seeds are nothing but suppose you have some CSV file and you want to ingest those data to your data warehouse. In our example, suppose you have a CSV file and you want to ingest it to Snowflake. So that's where you'll use seeds. So snapshot is nothing but if you want to create some snapshot of your table, maybe you want to do SCD type 2 operation. So those type of things will go to snapshot. Test is nothing but if you want to do some data test. So don't worry, we'll be seeing how to create all these things, but let's go step by step. So I think this is all I wanted to share on the project structure. Now maybe so don't worry about all these things. Once we practice this, once we create a lot of models, lot of sources, you'll come to know like how to use all this stuff. Okay, so okay, let's now move to sources and models. So what is a DBT source and model? Just think that you have some ingestion tool, maybe you have Apache NiFi or you have Apache Spark that ingesting some data to your staging area. After that, what you want to do, you want to filter or apply some transformation on the top of this particular staging area table, and you want to create a silver stage, maybe some transform table or like finished goods or something else, right? So as you know that DBT is just it is a transformation tool, right? It is a T in ELT or ETL. So let's see, like, so what we're gonna do is we'll create some sample data like in the staging area. Then after that, we'll see like how we can transform that and how we can filter the data and move the data from raw to maybe silver stage. To do this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create some sample data in Snowflake. So let me show you how we are going to do that. Okay, so this is your worksheet in Snowflake. First, let's use this particular DBT tutorial database that we have created previously. So it's been done. Now let's create a schema. So basically what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to mimic that some ingestion tool is like ingesting some data to raw schema. Okay, so let's create this schema. So schema is created successfully, so it will be created under this. Okay, now let's create a table. So we are going to create this table. So what we're going to do is like we're going to create this table in raw schema. So this is nothing but it has some employee ID, first name, last name, birth date, hire date, and salary. This is just like the sample data we want to create. So table employee successfully created. Let's insert some data. I have some data for employee. Let's insert this. Okay, so like if you see that your 20 rows are inserted, let's just select the data. Let's see if it is properly inserted or not. So select star from this. So you're good here, right? So it doesn't show. For that, just refresh it. You'll get the data. Okay, so this is the raw and this is the table and this is employee. So if you see that some people, right, earning like 50,000. Now what I want to do is I want to create a table which has the employee name like employee details whose salary is greater than 50,000. So this is a transformation logic. This is a simple transformation logic, but you can have any type of transformation that you can think of. So let's understand how we do that. First, this is where source comes into picture. DBT source. So DBT source is nothing but whenever you want to point to some table that presents in data warehouses, that's where you're gonna use source. Name properly describes what it is. To understand more and how to use source, let's go to DBT docs. So you want to go to DBT docs, then you go to build DBT projects, then build your DAG, then you'll go to sources. So if you see that source, what is source? Source makes it possible to name and describe the data loaded into your warehouse by the extract and load tools. By declaring these tables as source in DBT, you can then do some operation. Okay, so as I talked about, just think that we have already some ingestion tool have already ingested some data, and now I want to get this data and do some transformation. So this is how you're gonna do. So as I talked about, like it's very important that you refer to DBT documentation and get the like samples from it, because while you are learning you won't be remembering all the syntax. Okay, so even the source comes under modules. You have to create a YAML file. So let's copy this and we'll go to our project. In the models, what we're gonna do is like we're gonna create a employee source.yaml. Let's paste this. So what you can do is you can give some name to this particular source. So everything is written in YAML file. So you give some like employee source, and the database it has where your data resides in DBT tutorial. Okay, so you just change this to DBT tutorial. Then what's the schema? Your schema is raw schema. And what are this table? Table is employee table. So you give employee table, because I'm not having any other table, so I'll just remove this. So if you see in the same YAML file, you can define different sources. So as we have only one source, we'll just use this. So this is all it takes. So source is nothing but is to define your source tables in your data warehouse. So that's what DBT source is. Now let's see, like, because I want to get this data and I want to filter out the data. So how we can do that? So let's go to our doc again. Let's just scroll down. If you see that it is saying that once a source has been defined, it can reference from a model using source function. So this is one of the Jinja templating you can use, like source function you can use to select data from source. Okay, even this is comes under models, but this is a SQL file. Okay, so model is nothing but whenever you want to store, do some transformation, then store the data back to data warehouse, so that's where the model comes into picture. So just think about models is nothing but just there's a transformation logic that you want to write, and suppose then you want to write it back to your data warehouse. So that's what source is. So let's copy this. So in models, what we're gonna do is like employee, you can give any name, employee details filter, or maybe transformation, or maybe let's do like employee details.sql. Okay, let's keep it simple. So I'm gonna do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do split and right, so that you understand what's happening. So I have one source and I have one model that I'm writing. So what I'm writing is I want to select everything. So select star from what's your source. First argument is your source name. Okay, so this is my source name. So I'll just copy paste here. And what's your table names? The second parameter is your table name. So this is my table name. So if you see that we don't have any other sources, but if you think that we can join two sources, so we can write any type of SQL here. Okay, so if you think that this is like we are doing some join with one of other sources with customer table, so anything, any type of transformation you can write here. Okay, so I'm just showing you a very simple thing like how to select from a particular source. And if you remember, we talked about that we want to filter our data, right? So what we can do is like we can do like where salary is maybe greater than 50,000. So this is my transformation logic. So a very simple but a very introduction to DBT sources and DBT models. Once we do that, so what we can do is like first let's check like so this is done, right? And now I want to run this particular project. Okay, first let's see like if I'm able to connect to my data warehouse. So you can do like DBT debug, so it will check like everything is fine or not. DBT run. So once you do DBT run, it finds that you want to create a source, then you have some transformation logic. It will do the transformation, then it will store this data to your data warehouse. Okay, so if you see that it will show some logs here. First it will say that it is creating a view, right? And it's creating the views on public schema, and it's creating something called as employee details. From where this is getting, because you have created a file called as employee details, and it understand, okay, this is how I want to materialize this tables, right? So it is creating a view. So by default it creates a view. So you can do a lot of configuration. Suppose you don't want to create a view, you want to create a table. So we'll see like how we can do that. But for now, let's understand that it's create something called as view, and it's creating that model to this particular place. So you might be thinking why it is creating on public. This is something because if you remember in profiles.yaml, we have defined the schema as public. Okay, so we can check like how to change this because you not always you want to create in public schema, right? You might want to change it, so everything you can do. So we'll see that while we are doing a lot of transformation. So let's see if it is able to create. So I'll just go back to Snowflake, I'll just refresh it. So I'll go to DBT tutorial, I'll go to public, I'll go to views, and if you see that my views are created here. So what I can do is okay, I can select the data. So if you see that it created a data, and if you see that all your salary is greater than 50,000, so that's, you have written the logic here, and that's how it transforms the data. So I think this is all I wanted to share about sources and models. So this is a very basic kind of sources and model that I have introduced, but you can write a lot of configuration in sources. You can do a lot more in models, but we'll be going step by step. First, we understand all these details. What are these analysis? What are macros? What are snapshot? What are tests? Then we'll build on top of it. So I hope this was helpful for you, and please try to create source and models with your, maybe you can create a lot more complex transformation here, and just let me know if you face any issue. So I think with this I'll end today's video, and thank you for watching.